why we're here. Network and Chill was developed so we can have a room full of people like this, so no matter who you talking to, you're not wasting your time. You talking to somebody that's about something. You can tell by the introduction that we had. Everybody introduced themselves and put something with it. Like, I'm such and such, and this is what I do. I'm such and such, this is what I do. That's major. You don't find places where you get over a certain amount of people, 20 plus people or 50 plus people in the room, and you guarantee whoever you talk to got something going on. This is a chance you could be talking to a straight buster. Go to one of these little clubs y'all like going to for playing. You know what I'm talking about. Y'all be in the spot chilling up. Hey man, 37. Man, 37. Look, I'm all for black business and all that, right? But I'm telling you, go in there, you've been talking to a straight bum. Hey, you wouldn't even know you was talking to a bum to the next morning. To the next morning, and tell you.
See a well-dressed bum. Oh, yeah, from the worst.
Listen. Look. If I ain't changed my mind and get with a team of guys like this, I'll be a walking example of that. Believe me, I'm like Aladdin. I'm like a street rat. If I wasn't here with y'all, I'd be running the streets, and I'm like Aladdin. I got Abu with me and everything out there. Y'all ain't know. Abu is with me. I'm a street rat. You know what I'm saying? But my brothers saw the treasure in me. They saw the gem in me. They said, hey, Locke, we need you. Come on. Come on, Locke. Come on, Locke. Put that money somewhere valuable, Locke. You hear me? Locke, don't let them lie to you. Locke, don't let them fool you telling you this is where you need to put your money. Now, Locke, this is where you need to put your money. All right? And Sean is one of my guys who I follow with no conscience. So I'm telling y'all this. Look. Find somebody in this room right here that you'll follow blindfolded. Because I got people in here that I follow blindfolded. They ain't got to question nothing. They can sick me on whatever. Lock over there. Lock that way. I'm there. You feel me? And I feel confident that they're going to move like that for me. So, this next person, speaking of following somebody blindfolded, this next person, I mean this, man. I follow this dude. Literally, I follow, they can burn him out. As long as I can hear his voice, I'm gonna follow. Because he's that important, he's that valuable. All right? Right now, I just want y'all to give it up for not only my partner, but my cousin, Peanut.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Love you, man.
How everybody doing, guys?
What's up with it?
I'm Peanut, if you don't know, right? I got started on my financial journey when it came to stocks. You know what I'm saying? During the pandemic, well, before the pandemic, I was already investing. So when everybody was sitting around chilling and wasting their money, their PUA money, I just talked from like the corner of my living room of an apartment. You feel me? Now I got a house and all type of things like that. All these came out of investments. You know what I mean? So to me, one thing I want to do was reinvest in the people that I care about, which is our people here, right? So what I'm doing now is the next step of that. I'm always expanding my services to other different things. Like I said, working with Sean, I got my life insurance, and all that type of stuff as well. Purchased it, and also, you know what I'm saying, I'm licensed in order to give it as well. So what we're talking about was not no BS when it comes to the whole create your own bank thing, right? The reason why I like term, because everybody's reason for getting life insurance is going to be different. But fundamentally, we want to leave something for our people when we leave, period. I don't care if it's your cat. I don't care if it is a bird. I don't care if it's your brother. You want to leave something, right? Me, I want to leave legacy. You know what I mean? So the reason why I got turned, because the simple fact that you get a chance to double down on yourself, right? For instance, if something happens to me today, I'm covered, right? And also, there's an investment vehicle within my life insurance policy that I'm going to guarantee to get that money anyway, right? So let's say I live to be 65, right? Which, God willing, it's easy to do, right? I met a whole bunch of 65-year-olds, right? But what I'm saying is, if I make it to that age, my investments will already make it to where I've already, you know what I mean? I've already cleared that amount that I would have died, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I do double. Like, you double when you do that. The other one is, okay, you put all your money into this thing where the only amount is $24,000 as a cash value, right? So yeah, you got your whole life, but then it ain't even a year's worth of income, right? So that's what you're trying to say to y'all on that part. But I ain't here to talk to y'all about life. I'm actually here to talk to y'all about business funding, man. Oh, This is my Facebook, Peanut Johnson on Facebook. This is my book right now. This book ain't done yet, but it's kind of out, right? But I don't delist it because I'm already tinkering with it. I want something to be perfectly easy to read. I like talking to people in simple terms. So sometimes I type some stuff like this and I'm like, wait a minute, I gotta go back and let's make it a little bit more simple. And I also got a Facebook group where, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people who follow me from YouTube, whatever. I'm saying it's kind of just the way I stay in contact with my people because I know how Facebook algorithms and all types of stuff work. And that probably is a whole bunch of stuff that I'm like a nerd when it comes to that type of stuff. And literally, if people don't like your stuff, then you fall out of their rhythm. So best way to do it is like, you add to your group, that way when you drop, they'll automatically see. Right? Other things like that, I help people with getting their business and stuff like that, social media, stuff like that, all the girls with. Right? So let's talk about some of the ways you can fund your business, right? So one of the ways you can fund your business is how we all did, right? We take money out of our pocket, or we get help from family, or you take out a loan, or you know, you may rob, steal, or cheat to get it, right? I'm saying that money on the dresser love, right? I'm in a bind, babe. I'm in a bind, right? But one of the ways you can do it is by building your business credit up, right? So I'm gonna go over some of the different places I built my business credit up, right? So during the pandemic, I was telling people they give you loans for free. Dumb idea, right? But nobody I helped went to jail, okay, right? Because I made sure you didn't buy the book. That's why I didn't charge. I wasn't gonna get nobody in trouble. I'm gonna get you paid, not jail, right? So during that process, there was this one platform called Bluevine. Bluevine is where I opened my first business banking account, right? And this all you need for this one is your EIN number, which is free, and just your normal stuff you fill out, right? So right now, Bluevine, right? But don't worry, because I got a link for y'all all at the end, right? I like making it easy for people, right? I don't want to be like, what that thing he said about that green vine shit? I'll make it easy for y'all, right? At the end of this, right, we have this link called the Official Network and Chill link tree, where I put all the links in there after this. So I'll make it easy on y'all, so y'all can still write down stuff that you want to learn, right? Through this business bank account, if you put in, let's say, $10, right? You're going to get credit for $10, right? That's going to build up a cash value for what you can be lent out. So let's say you put $10, I'm going to make it easy math, right? You put $10 into the bank account, you can take out 20, right? Because they're going to match your $10, right? So once you start doing that, to the point where you build some real good business credit, they got where you get up to $100,000, right? I ain't got $100,000 now. Right? But I'm gonna let you know that it's possible, right? They ain't gonna ask you for your cousins and your sister's baby daddy's phone number, none of that, right? It's simple. EIN number and your regular information. Fill it out, you can get your business credit started there, right? These are the other ones that I like to use as well, right? So Huntington Bank has a process. Now one thing that's dope about business banking is it comes with perks, right? So some business banks, right? You can use it to purchase gasoline, right? So you get rebates from that for groceries or different percentages on what you'll pay at the pump, right? That'll be like a gas card. When it comes to Huntington Bank, they actually give you money back for you utilizing the account, right? So basically, right, if you deposit up to $5,000 in cash, then they'll give you $100, right? That don't seem like no big money, but there's other options as well to let you know that that's what the business bank account is about. It's not only about you banking, because I mean, today you can just bank at your regular bank. I mean, you can still use a shoebox, right? You can still make transactions, you still run the business, but if you want the perks that come along with it, and also the flexibility that it'll give you later on, tell you right now, it's dire that you really go start a business bank account. Another one I use is Huntington Bank. This one right here, let's say for instance, right, you were saying, okay, I want to start a business bank account, but I can't get no bank account nowhere, right? Because you got that, what's it called, them checks or whatever they're called, you playing them checks back in the day, and you go down there and they say, come on now, girl, we just denied you, you gonna turn back around with the EIN number come back, right? Right, you like, run this one, run, nah. This right here is a way for you to bypass that, right? Because you know, money talk, food she walk, right? With the ink through Chase, you actually can do secure, right? So that means you'll put up the money first, then you can start having business credit that way. Another way that you can build it is several different apps. One is called Self, and I'll put those links inside of the Official Network and Chill as well. These are things where, for instance, you can pre-purchase, you know what I'm saying, a line of credit legally, not the one you seen on Snapchat when they be capping y'all, like, and then you get locked out, and you gotta like have somebody get the QR code, and you logged out, and now they took your picture and you trying to get her, right? Nobody ever did that, right? But no, but so you literally can pay to already get started, like, to the point where you're building your business credit, and also another line of credit. Right? Another thing that you can do, once you got your EIN number, you got your DMB, which is your Dun & Bradstreet, don't worry, those links are inside of the official network and Shield link tree as well. You better open up corporate accounts such as Uline. I always laugh at it because I'm like, man, he ain't telling the truth, you lying, right? You lying ass, right? But on there, you can get all the stuff like you need, such as Patria. She ships off, you know what I mean, goods and body butters like that. Matter of fact, she got some rider that she's gonna let y'all smell. But you can get your packaging and things of that nature from these different places, right? So say you going to, you know, Dollar General and you buying it, you gotta keep the receipt, which I ain't doing, right? I know you gotta keep no receipts, right?
What that smell like?
Right. On here, you're gonna be building a business credit, like a business profile.
Yeah, like a damn pound cake. Show I said, let me
credit way more for you because you're gonna actually get registered for these payments that like you're making. Okay.
For sure.
Now this right here is so important. Now this is so important that I want to make sure y'all understand this, right? Because this is going to help your regular credit too, right? Now a lot of us hear about the payment due date, right? And then you go pay it on the payment due date, and then you go look your credit score ain't moved. You mad as hell. You call them out. I paid this damn thing. I paid. The difference between credit close date and payment due date. Does anybody know the difference? Okay. Right. So the payment due date is the same one like you set it with your account, right? You say, I'm paying on the 15th, because I want to pay on the 30th, because I got to pay my rent. We know what we talking about, right? Pay on the 15th, right? I'm paying on that second check. A lot of people don't know is that on your actual statement is a thing called the credit card closing date. That is the day that they registered that you made a payment to Credit Karma and other different credit profile businesses, right? So let's say you paid it on the 15th, but they check it on the 3rd. Still paid on the 15th, but you won't get credit until the next month. But if you paid it on the 3rd and then paid on the 15th, you're gonna get credit for 2 payments in that 1 month. It'll make your score jump up so much easier than you just keep on trying to pay it every single time on the 15th. So that ain't one thing y'all ain't learned, y'all learned that, right? Yeah, so if you go to your payment history, you can look at the credit close date, or you can hit them up on the phone and say, yo, like, what's the closing date? Okay. But a lot of times that will be the number that they're going to be retroactively changing on your credit profile. So if you're making 2 payments, let's say you pay half on the 3rd, the other on there, then you're going to start getting way more points boosted towards that. And also institute that when it comes to your business credit as well. And Self is a real good ally. I'm going to drop the link in there as well. I think that's me. Yeah, for sure, man. So, y'all need help with anything like that, please make sure, you know, y'all hit me up. You know what I mean?
You're amazing, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, and that's just life. That's like what we going up right now. This is life. Like, because again, everybody's situation is different.